Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Entertainment Channel. And today, oh boy, so we have more celebrities basically being morons. Okay, so now just picture this. So I wake up and I'm just trying to relax. I'm just trying to have a nice, relaxing weekend, and then I find out about this. I mean, it's just oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know what happened, Freddie Prinze Jr. basically showed up on a podcast or made a guest appearance on a podcast where apparently he went off on this rant about Star Wars fans. And oh boy. And apparently his comments were about how Star Wars fans today are just completely toxic, which these days whenever a celebrity starts talking about fandoms being toxic, it's always them just having absolutely no idea what the fuck they're even talking about. So before we even get into this video, I have the video right here, which isn't even, I think, too long. I think it's about 3.5 minutes long, so you can go find it. You can go see it for yourself, but we're about to watch it here. So before we get into this video, I do want to remind you that if you like my content, subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit that bell notification to let you know every single time I post a new video. And if you like my video, please consider hitting that like button and please sharing it with as many people as you can. It's really going to help the channel. So with that being said, let's get into this. Oh boy. Okay, here it is. This is from All Things Comedy.
I did a Star Wars cartoon, so even I get hate from Star Wars fans when I'm like, look, dog, you're just mad the franchise isn't aging with you.
Right.
But that ain't how it works. The first one was for fucking kids.
Right.
The second three were for different fucking kids, and this one is for kids. You just pissed off that Han Solo gave the fucking Millennium Falcon to a girl.
Yes.
That's it. Because Luke Skywalker's Cinderella. Or Sleeping Beauty,
Yeah.
okay? He can talk to things that don't speak English and understands what they're fucking saying. He gets a fairy godfather instead of a fairy godmother who teaches him how to be the best Jedi in the world in no time fucking flat. And everybody, I know more about the Force than most people because Dave Filoni taught me and George Lucas taught him. And all these video games have fucked people up on what the Force is. Like, Luke's skill doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses.
Right.
The Emperor doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses. The Force dictates who wins or loses based on balance. And here's the quick version on how to explain it to all these people who fucking think they get to decide. In the first if you want to do this time-wise, Palpatine, you would say, and Yoda are the smartest two. Palpatine clearly smarter because Yoda was blind to the power of the dark side and the seduction of Anakin. So let's talk about the seduction of Anakin fucking Skywalker for a second. If the Emperor is the smartest dude in the universe and knows that the Force dictates this, if he kills who he sees as a rival, Anakin, then he knows the Force is just going to fucking correct that because the Emperor knows this. These are George Lucas's words, not mine, so fuck you if you disagree with me. Straight up, this is information, not affirmation time. Straight up, man. So the Emperor knows that. So instead of killing Anakin, what does he do? He seduces Anakin to double the strength of the dark side. So then what does the Force do?
Balance.
It balances us. How? It gives us twins, Luke and Leia. 2 and fucking 2. Balance. And if you look at the movie through just that simple perspective, you will not only know why every single bad guy loses and every single good guy loses, you'll know who's gonna win and lose in the next fucking movies. I can tell you, I just don't want to wreck it. People bitch about the dumbest shit like it's archetype characters. This is George Lucas's words. There is no Jack Bauer in Star Wars. That character doesn't exist. It's not Han Solo. Han Solo's a reluctant hero, okay? He's a reluctant hero. That's the archetype. Darth Maul, who everybody wants to win, and he's everyone's favorite because he looks sick and he's great in the video games.
Does look cool.
Fuck you guys. He's Sisyphus. He is born to fail. Learn your Greek mythology like, I don't know, George fucking Lucas did. He's cursed to roll a boulder up the hill only to have it roll to the bottom again every single time for eternity.
Yes.
That is Darth Maul's quest.
Yes.
He's in on the joke, you guys. He knows it. He's just cursed to live that life. Again, not my opinion, George Lucas's. So go fuck yourself if you disagree. You don't get to level up in the Star Wars world. That's a fucking video game. There's no such thing as a gray Jedi. Qui-Gon even says, I turn towards the light because it's there. There's no gray. That's pretend fan fiction shit, which is cool, but don't try to canonize it because it doesn't work. And I'm never going to buy it ever. Star Wars is for fucking kids. Sorry, I'm sorry, man.
That's beautiful.
Oh boy, where do I even start with this shit? Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back.
This isn't aging with you.
Right.
But that
Wrong, wrong on so many levels. Nobody is pissed off that Star Wars isn't aging with them. Nobody's pissed off about this. I don't know where the hell he's even getting this idea, but nobody's pissed off that Star Wars isn't aging with them.
how it works. The first one was for fucking kids.
Right.
The second 3 were for different fucking kids.
Okay, I just want to dispel this real quick. Yes, George Lucas may have made Star Wars more, and maybe he went out and he initially made this movie to be more geared towards children. Yes, that may have been his intention, but just because something is geared more towards a specific audience doesn't mean that other audiences can enjoy it. That's why Star Wars is so effing popular. It's because it's something that anyone can enjoy. If it really was just for kids, then kids who saw Star Wars, the original Star Wars back in 1977, by the time Empire Strikes Back came out, which was 3 years afterwards, it's about 3 or 4 years after that, they wouldn't have cared as much. I mean, they wouldn't have been adults, but they would have been in their late teens, and they wouldn't have cared about Star Wars as much. But they didn't. Like, it's just this idea that just because something was more geared towards children doesn't mean that other demographics can enjoy it. To me, is absolute bullshit. Okay. So this whole, whenever someone out there says, well, why are you bitching so much about Star Wars? Like, it's just made for kids. So because something's made for kids, it has a right to be crap? Like, I just...
And this one is for kids. You just pissed off that Han Solo gave the fucking Millennium Falcon to a girl.
Okay, no, oh god, here it is. Here's the... You're just a bunch of incel man babies who don't like the fact that a girl got the cool toy. No. We wouldn't have had a problem if Han Solo, if Rey inherited the Millennium Falcon from Han. None of us have a problem with that. Our problem is that Han gave the Millennium Falcon to Rey when Rey is someone that he literally just met. He barely knows her. Also, he didn't give it to her. She basically stole it. He never gave her the Millennium Falcon. Jesus, just Christ, these people are gonna drive me fucking insane.
That's it. Because Luke Skywalker's Cinderella. Or Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Okay? He can talk to things that don't speak English and understands what they're fucking saying. He gets a fairy godfather and...
So can other people. It's not just Luke Skywalker. Other characters in the Star Wars universe can do the same thing. Like, they can... Excuse me. Like other characters, other people in this universe who mainly speak English, and when they meet up with other creatures from other planets who don't speak English, they can understand them because they do what? They do what even people here on Earth do. When you meet someone from another country that doesn't speak the same language as you, what do? You learn the language. That's what people in Star Wars do as well. When they go to another alien race, they can't understand the language. If they can, they bring a droid like C-3PO that can understand that language and that can help them translate. And when they don't do that, some people actually bother to learn the language. Jesus, like, how fucking stupid is this guy?
Fairy godmother who teaches him how to be the best Jedi in the world in no time fucking flat.
False. This whole in no time fucking flat. His words are that Yoda apparently taught Luke Skywalker how to be like the best Jedi ever in no time. First of all, no he didn't. Yes, Luke received training from Yoda, but even when he did, he was still nowhere near the most powerful Jedi ever. Like, he still stood no chance against Palpatine. Palpatine would have killed him if Vader didn't interfere. And even when he fought Vader, like, Luke still had to tap into the dark side in order to even get an edge. Also, he says in no time flat. No. I think it was confirmed that there was like a year between Empire and Return of the Jedi. There was like a year or more. I don't know which one's which. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure they confirmed that it's only been like a year, or maybe a bit more. At least a year minimum. And we can assume that in that year he's been training with Yoda to get better with to get better in using the Force, and we see it in Return of the Jedi. But it's just
And everybody, like, I know more about the Force than most people because Dave Filoni taught me and George Lucas taught him. And all these video.
So let me get this straight. So you think that just because you talked to Dave Filoni and Dave Filoni who talked to George Lucas, you automatically think you know more about the Force. Okay, Dave Filoni maybe because he talked directly to George Lucas. Dave Filoni maybe. But just so you also you talked to him for like what? Like a couple of minutes? An hour or two maybe? Also yeah, you know what? This is just
Fuck
stupid.
people up on what the Force is. Like, Luke's skill doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses.
Right.
The Emperor doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses. The Force dictates who wins or loses.
Okay, here's the problem with that logic. If this is true, if this is true, if the Force dictates who wins or loses, then what's even the point of training? Like, why bring in like babies who are Force sensitive from such a young age, train them up to be Jedi, so that they can, you know, help keep balance in the galaxy? Like, what's even the point of that? If like a Jedi could spend 20 years training and they could be one of the most powerful Jedi ever, but if you're telling me that the Force decides who wins or loses a fight, then what if the Force decides that a Jedi who's trained for like 20 years and has probably more knowledge about the Force than anyone in the history of, you know, of all the Jedi and Sith combined, goes up against a dark side user who's only been training in the dark side for like, I don't know, about a year, and then dies. Why? Because the Force decided that that kid would win and this trained Jedi would die. If that's the case, then what's the point of even training? Right? So seriously, what's the point? Like, does this guy even see the problem with that logic?
On balance. And here's the quick version on how to explain it to all these people who fucking think they get to decide. In the first if you want to do this like time-wise, Palpatine, you would say, and Yoda of Anakin. So let's do it in the universe and knows that the Force dictates this. The Emperor knows this. These are George Lucas's words, not mine. So fuck you if you disagree with.
Okay. See, here's my other problem with this. So he says that this is set in stone. This is the end all be all because it's what George Lucas said. Okay. Here's my problem with that logic. Look, if you're like me and you've been keeping up with everything that's been going on so far, here's the problem with that. So you're telling me that now you want us to accept what you just said because it's what George Lucas said and that's it. Like his word is gospel. Okay. You want us to accept that. Okay. Here's my question to you, Freddie, which I know you're probably not watching this video, but here's my question to you. If we go by your words or by your logic that what George Lucas said is it, then tell me, why do you also want us to accept what Disney is doing even after Bob Iger basically admitted in a book that he or they bought the treatments for George Lucas for what his plans were for the sequel trilogy. They bought his treatments for that, like like the basic story outline. They bought it from him. And yet, instead of, if his words are the end all be all, then why did they take his treatments and throw it in the garbage? Like, why did they just throw them away? Why did they decide, you know what, we're just gonna go in a different direction? Oh wait, these words were from George Lucas. Well, I mean, still, we own the company, so fuck him. Let's just throw it away, burn it, or use it as toilet paper. I don't care. Wipe your ass with it. Who cares? We're not gonna use them. Explain that to me, or just anyone watching this, anyone listening to this. Somebody explain that to me. If you're a defender of the sequels, or what Disney's doing, seriously, or if you actually agree with what he said, explain that to me. Wait, what's that? What's that? Hold on. Let me clean my ears out for a bit. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. What did you just say? Oh, what? You said nothing? Oh, that's right. Because you can't. You can't say anything. Because if you did, it would just make you sound retarded. But anyway, oh boy. You know what? This guy. You know what? And you know what sucks about this is that I know there are going to be so many media outlets now who are just going to use this as, well, wait a minute. You see, I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. basically said it, and he was on Rebels. And he talked to Dave Filoni, who talked to George Lucas, so he knows. And they're just going to take his word as gospel, and they're not even gonna question it. And the second any of us question it, or any rational thinking human being is gonna start questioning it, well then, you know what, you already know what they're gonna do. But anyway, I'm just gonna stop it right here. Again, you can find this video online. Again, just go to All Things Comedy. The video will be there. Again, it's not that long, so you can watch it for yourself. But anyway, that's all I have. I'm just gonna stop it right here. So this video's already gone on long enough. So again, with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment, and please leave a comment letting me know what you guys thought about Freddie Prinze Jr.'s rant. Do you agree with him? Do you disagree with him? Let me know what you guys think, again, in the comment section down below. And please make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy my content. Please share this video. And please consider subscribing. It's really going to help the channel. With that being said, I really hope you join me in my next video. Bye.